The Retro Buzz starts right after this.
Hey guys, it's Friday, and it's Friday the 13th, so that means anything and everything can possibly happen today. No, not really, unless you're really superstitious. But it's another episode of the Retro Buzz. This is episode 45, and there's going to be a battle tonight. And brought along the moderator, the man that has the biggest chill. We've got Mr. Cool Toy, Douglas Smith. He'll keep everybody on par.
Always a pleasure. Yeah.
Well, I jumped to you because I don't know what happened to Glenn. I don't know if anybody saw his video yesterday, but Negan did something. And Glenn, are you here today?
No, Glenn is a little tied up at the moment, but I heard it was a big smackdown. I'm all set to talk about good old Pong. I'm here to talk about the Magnavox Odyssey. I'm here to talk about the Atari 2600. And even the Game & Watch. Let's do it all. Smackdown. Awesome hardware. Awesome hardware. This is going to be the winner right here. We're going to have some Magnavox Odyssey taking the house today.
It's going old school with the console wars. He didn't get the memo. He didn't get the memo. We're talking new generation, not old generation.
I don't know. I don't even know what this. Daniel, look at Daniel. He's just like what is
what
happening?
What the heck is wrong with you, Glenn? Are you just dead?
Glenn's a little tied up. Negan kind of brought him down here. He was threatening me with my old girlfriend if I didn't help him out. So, being the good MCP I am, hiding from Berserket, I brought Glenn down here. He's lost in the grid somewhere. I'm not quite sure where he is, but I know he took Negan's bat, and Negan is really pissed off about that.
No, beat it, Glenn Soul. Beat it. Beat it while you can, or else you'll get sucked up by the Ghostbusters.
Well, either way, we got some things to talk about today. I think we're gonna have some fun because this is a big week. Doug, Glenn, Daniel, big week. Xbox, PlayStation 5, and even a little bit of this.
Oh no!
A little bit of the little gold. I think we
a little bit of Nintendo coming in there.
Yeah,
they couldn't be left out.
So I actually got my PS5 today, and if you guys didn't see the unboxing video, go check it out because, and I'm bringing this up for this reason. There is a gentleman in the community that watches this show, and I'm gonna call him out. He's like, you don't have to do it, but I'm doing it anyways because that's how thankful I am about this. I tried to get the PS5 pre-orders, and I failed 3 times, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait till next year, right? So he reached out and said, hey, I happen to have two pre-orders. He said, hey, do you want one when it comes in? And he says, you know, I'm happy to share this with you, and all you guys do here on the show, this is the least I can do. And he knew how bad Daniel wanted it to. Daniel's been like all day long. So I said, yeah. So I said, it'd be great. So Nathan Henderson out there, he watches the show. Thank you so much. You made a little boy happy and a big boy happy. So it was much appreciated.
But the one minor thing about the controller for it is they kind of they made it a little bit like the first generation, the first ever Xbox, and because they didn't do the round part on the bottom.
He does not like that it's flat.
Yeah, so is you.
Yeah.
But I think it's meant for purposes for standing it up, for like the screenshot on the box. So that's probably one of the reasons why. But I just don't like the feeling of it. I'm used to the PS4, but PS5, not really a big fan of the controller.
So what we're doing, is we're going to be talking about this here in a few little minutes here. They had a little bit of a hiccup here. I don't know if it's my network or what happened, but the boys dropped off here. So give me a few seconds. But if you're in the chat room, like we had this change here too, we'll get them up here in a few seconds. But Daniel, we've also been playing the Spider-Man Miles Morales game, and I got that for PS4 with the upgrade.
I really love it because it's just like the regular Spider-Man PS4 version, but with Miles, and it's all about Miles. There's a new team. It's the Underground, but it's really fun. If you have a chance, you could get it, and yeah.
So I'm wondering, guys, because I am installing that, I'm wondering if that's why you guys are dropping off. So if you guys are able to...
You never had this problem with the Magnavox Odyssey. I'm just telling you that right now.
No, it's Zordon. It's Zordon.
The Atari 2600 never had these problems. You get these new consoles thinking, oh, look at the pretty graphics, much better than my wireframe I have here, and now look what's happening.
Zordon, what are you doing here?
That's such a good reference.
So Doug, I'm going to go stop that while you talk to everybody here, you three, and you guys could talk and let them know what we're doing here with this whole console war thing that we're doing.
Yeah, well, first of all, this is Sony's way of telling you that your priorities are out of line and you need to be playing Spider-Man right now. I mean, that's all it is. It's
just play Spider-Man.
Sony's trying to sabotage the show by kicking us off the stream and everything because they want you playing the PlayStation. They don't want you talking about it. They definitely don't want you mentioning the Xbox. They want you to sit there all consumed around the glowing HD television and just enjoying your new PlayStation 5. There's a reason it looks like the Eye of Sauron, above the PlayStation console. It's got some evilness built inside. It's not just HD graphics. It's full of evil and contempt. And honestly, I can't wait for mine to show up. Let's be honest.
Want to know why they're kicking us off? Because they don't want to. They don't want to talk. They don't want us to talk about their console yet, even though the release is out, or the games, because it's a spoiler for the games.
True. I mean, I don't know what the normal threshold for spoilers is. I mean, I think 24 hours most days. Oh, wow. That face is moving all over the place. You all right there, Glenn? Or I'm not even really sure how I should formally address the grid that is Glen.
Call him Glenzon. Zordon, but with Glen inside.
Seems to be moving at a mile a minute.
Just trying to get my camera shot better here. I see you covering up my beautiful face.
Little buddy. That was up there? Yeah, it fell.
So how should I address you tonight, Glen?
Glenzon.
I'm just a typical MCP. I am the Master Control Program who never had a problem with my broadband, just letting you know.
Because you keep everything
Except
in a
that
box?
one time you were running off a generator.
Wait.
He was running off a generator.
Don't talk about those days.
Is it because you keep everything in a box or turn
the bad thing is I can't stop. It's at 77%, so we gotta hope that it doesn't do anything else.
Cross your fingers.
Yeah, because it's sorry guys. I mean, so hopefully it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything for you guys. So if they drop off, we can get them back pretty quick. I just got to close and reopen the software. But yeah, that was kind of weird. So anyways, let's talk about the the PS5 and the Xbox One. I honestly, I'm at the point right now where I'm okay if I don't get an Xbox Series X until next year. We were kind of talking in our little group that we have that I'd like to see a Halo version, and I don't usually buy those
special edition ones.
I don't,
because people will really want the special editions, and he's like, nah.
Well, I do want to get it because it just looks. The Xbox just looks like a box.
Yeah.
So I think they could spice it up.
As advertised.
Yeah. I mean, or refrigerator, right? Isn't that what somebody said?
Yeah.
Refrigerator.
Hey, that's appropriate for the name Xbox because it's just a big
Well, yeah.
ginormous box.
Well, so what about you, Doug? You did order both of them. Did you get them? Because yours was supposed to come today, right?
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you say you don't mind waiting until 2021 for your Xbox, because that's the way it looks like I'm going to have to go, because I
What?
pre-ordered my Xbox Series X through Amazon on September 22nd, and then 6 hours before launch night, so late on the 10th, I got an email from Amazon, just a mass email blast that a lot of people got, that basically said, there's a delay in your order and you may not get your Xbox Series X until December 31st. We apologize for the inconvenience and we will try to get this to you expeditiously. So immediately I just lost my top. I'm a relatively mild-mannered person, but the fact that you're giving me 6 hours notice that a pre-order that I've had since September is not going to ship to me, thought that was a little bit shady, a little bit unacceptable. So I've got one on order, don't know when I'm going to get it. Still haven't got any ETA or update on it whatsoever. It just sits there and it says, we'll email you when we have a shipping notification. My PlayStation 5 is literally out for delivery right now, and I will kind of fully expect the doorbell to ring here in the next 20 to 30 minutes, because that's typically when my UPS guy kind of makes his rounds. So if I hear my dogs barking here in a second, I'll know my PlayStation 5 is on my doorstep. So looking forward to it. So I'll at least get to play that this weekend, which is great because I got a couple games for it. I got Sackboy and Spider-Man Miles Morales waiting for me. So
nice.
Hopefully UPS guy doesn't soccer kick the PS5 on my porch.
I've got Sackboy coming tomorrow, but you didn't get Call of Duty? You Call of Duty'd out?
I'm gonna get it. I just haven't decided if I need to get it this weekend, because I'm gonna get it. I just haven't decided. I'm like, I got 2 brand new games. I'm like, obviously I'm not gonna be able to beat these.
Right.
Like, do I really need a 3rd game sitting there?
And I'm wondering.
You mean combat, right? We said Call of Duty. You mean combat? The Atari 2600. Excellent.
I was just going to ask you if you ended up getting something there, Glenadon.
Yes. I saw Glenn walk around the new, and you made fun of him, I believe, earlier about the gaming watch. You two are buying these brand new $10 gajillion consoles, and he's buying a little Nintendo gaming watch.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we bought those too. We have them here, and I was sitting here, and I don't know if you guys got to play yours yet, Doug. If you, here, I'll flip it over. He was holding his up there too.
Of course,
because yours is still in the box, right? Yeah, I took mine out.
Yes and no. I mean, the box is just like a stick cover. So I took it out, make sure everything works and everything. So I played it for about 5 minutes while I was on lunch, and okay, everything looks good.
Yeah,
So
I have mine.
5 minutes. That's 10 billion microcycles for me. So that was actually pretty good, Doug.
I have to say though, guys, I'm pretty impressed with the screen clarity on this thing for as small as it is.
Great. I was really impressed with the viewing angles. Like, I started, tilting it to the side and up and down, hoping that or not hoping, but seeing if it was going to be washed out. It wasn't. It looks really good. It's nice, crisp. So yeah, very, very happy with it. $50, to me, it's worth it. To everybody, yeah, maybe not. Obviously, this is a scalper's dream right now, just because it's hard to find. It's going to be, holiday season gift-giving items, so that's always a dream come true for scalpers. I already saw lots of people hawking this on eBay for $100 today. As of right now, I think you can honestly still buy it from Amazon.
Wait,
so if you
$100? I've seen them on Amazon for $200 and $300 that people are trying to hawk these things for.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that, guys. I apologize, but I got to pay for the power somehow.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Craziest thing I saw was the Xbox. So I think when it launched on Tuesday, they were still doing a couple of like Walmart sale windows to where you can maybe buy it other than the people that are pre-ordering it. But Amazon's third-party listing where it says available from these sellers, that was open, and I saw people paying $1,600 for the
That's
Series
crazy.
X.
That's
several
crazy.
times because like when one would sell, the next price would come up and it'd be like 1536, and another one would be listed at 1600, and they just kept getting purchased each time someone listed it, and I just thought it was
That is insane. Just wait a few months and you can get them, no problem. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So,
Why not?
so Retro Rivals in the chat room says, my local resident Walmart still has some. Should I run out and get one? I would, because big scalpers are buying them up. It's not that it's a must-have, but they seem to think that Nintendo is going to have a limited edition of these for whatever reason. I'll be honest, I didn't.
Nintendo's notorious for making, you know, small quantities and scarcely putting out their items.
I would.
That actually ticks me off about them, to be quite honest. I mean, I know Mario, and I know Luigi, and I know all those guys over there, and there's no reason why they can't produce more. They're greedy. They really all should be lynched.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you, Doug, you don't have one that you're keeping in the box, right? You just bought one that you can open and play, right?
Yeah, just one to open and play. I don't run a museum. I like to open mine, enjoy them. I do like to look at them, so I will like keep most of the boxes around, except for my action figures. I do something different with that. But as far as things that come in like boxes, yeah, I open them, I take them out, I play with them, enjoy them. Yeah, I don't have the space or the pocketbook to buy multiples of things.
Oh, and you're not putting them in a clear plastic bag, right, Glenn?
Definitely not doing that.
Yeah, we actually been trying to get together to talk to him about that, because I agree with you guys. Keeping us in a baggie and not being used, I mean, that's just not right. That's like Glenn Quagmire in the trunk of his car and the people he brings back from China.
No. Someone in the chat,
well
they said that's only Glenn.
Yeah. So I think that you should go out and get it if you want the nostalgia feel. Because what was it? The Game Gear was going for this, and it's like a quarter of the size of this.
So like,
you have
the
one.
boxes.
Yeah, that's right.
I got them like
there you go.
Neck and hip here. So there's your box comparison. Obviously, this is probably half the size of this, because this is even out of the box only like that long. You know, it's not as big as the box, but yeah, $50 is what I paid for this from Amazon Japan. It's absolutely silly to play. Like, I literally have to hold it an inch away from my face. The Game & Watch, even with my adult hands, is still playable. The screen is big enough where I can see Mario, you know, getting ready to get nailed by a turtle shell or something like that. So I enjoy it.
So Bobby Vu in the chat room, Mr. To Die. Hey, we got Glenn back.
Yeah, MCP had a couple of his Goonies find me. So
Jeez.
As long as Negan doesn't find me here, I mean, MCP's behind me. He said he had to talk to me about some bags you guys were talking about in games.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's only you, Glenn.
So
that's
am I in
only
trouble here. Am I gonna have to run?
No. We were saying about we all picked up your favorite console today, and we were saying that
yes.
You needed like 5 of them.
You picked up an Atari 2600 and a Magnavox Odyssey, right?
Well, no, I do have an Atari 2600. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, so Glenn got captured. If you didn't see his video yesterday, he's stuck in this time warp. But he's got Lucille.
Stuck on the grid.
So he's stuck in the grid. So
don't tell God, if he's Negan's listening, he's gonna kill me.
Well, that's a chance we have to take, because
No. I never saw that video because
You need to watch it.
I never watch it.
No, watch it later. You'll thank me.
No.
So one of the things, Bobby Vu in the chat room, he said there's a lot of restock coming December 1st. One of the things too is people want to know, you guys want to know how to get a PS5. It seems to be, I could be wrong, I could be completely wrong, but it seems like there's more demand for PS5 than the Xbox Series X. I could be completely wrong.
That's the hunch and like the feeling I get just from like looking at social media and just being engaged on Twitter and everything this week. I feel like PS5 has the most demand right now, and you can attribute that to a million different things, and I'm not even going to try to guesstimate what those reality factors are, but I think personally, just from what I've seen out there, that the PlayStation 5 is the one that's garnering the most attention right now, the most desire and the most demand, the most fervor, if you will.
So what I wanted to do is, there's a place that maybe some of you guys haven't thought to look, and I, be honest, I haven't either. This was just things that I've seen from different streams. I've seen this from different articles, but if you go to direct.playstation.com, Right now, it says check back on 11/13, which is today, for more availability. I don't know when. My brother checked this at midnight last night, and
It was available a couple hours ago on that website. I do know that.
oh, okay. And
I don't know if they're going to do another round or not, but I do know a couple hours ago they had it there.
Oh,
and
can I please wait till they want $4,000 for it? Can I wait for that?
yeah,
I mean, you could just buy it from Japan, 4,000 or 400,000 yen or whatever it is.
exactly. And my brother also texted me and he said that GameStop is doing one tonight at midnight, and he said he thinks Walmart is doing another one on Thursday at 3, 6, and 9. So you do have chances. And Best Buy, I really like the way they're doing it now, like they did it with the Game & Watch, where
they had like a line queue. It was.
I thought
Yeah,
that was good because then the bots don't get it, right?
Right. Yep.
That's what everybody should be doing because I tried to get like another Xbox, just to say, hey, if I don't know when my Xbox Amazon pre-order is going to show up, let me see if I can get one from Walmart that, maybe ships in the next couple of days. So I tried to go on Walmart on Tuesday when they were doing their like 3, 6, and 9, and I was able to like click add to cart, and then I just got like the spinning wheel of death because it would not wouldn't send me to checkout, wouldn't complete my order. It just froze up, and then I look on Twitter and there's thousands of people complaining about the same thing. So obviously the bots won on that one. So I'm happy to see Best Buy doing something to combat those where others are just like, SOL, if you lose out to the bots, that's your fault. Expect Skynet to take over.
And not only that, but when that did go through at Best Buy with like the Game & Watch for my second Game & Watch actually, you waited, and then when it went through, it gave you time to put your information in. Versus, like 4 seconds, and then too late, you lost it. It gave you a good couple of minutes to put all your information in, and your order went through. And then, of course, I went to GameStop, bought one anyway. So,
well, and we didn't know that GameStop was going to have them. I walk in and I'm seeing them on the the back table there, and I was kind of like, oh, you have them? Are they pre-orders? No. How many do you want? Oh, okay. And so. What I want to bring up here, I have this queued up here from Retro Rivals. Yes, absolutely. They agree that they think the demand is with the PS5. Bought my Xbox at 12:01 on launch day. Fairly easy to get. Lasted about 15 to 20 minutes. PS5 took me a bit longer. Got on at 12:09. Sold out by 12:13. But I see everybody like on social medias like, where do I get a PS5? Where do I get this? Even people were leaving comments on the pictures that I took and said, where did you get it? How much did you pay for it? Like, as if I'm going to pay scalpers.
You know what? I'm going to ask a good question to the community out there. When do you guys think it became to the point where you had to wait online and pre-order to get your console? I mean, back in the day, you walked into your local Sears and you got your machine, no problem. When did this really become to the point where people are like freaking out, pre-orders, waiting online for days? Was that the SNES era? Was that more like an N64 era? The PlayStation 2? When did that start? When did people all become crazed?
Like 4 years ago.
No, if I had to guess, like when it started becoming an issue of actually like being able to walk in on launch day or that type of thing was like the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 type of time frame. At least that was my experience. Everything else, like, yeah, you could do the camp out and get it at midnight type of thing, but relatively that week or weekend, you could still walk into a store and purchase something. You may not be able to find every single game or controller or whatever that you wanted, but you could find the consoles. And ever since, like I said, that PlayStation 3 kind of time window, ever since then, it's been a get it while you can, because there's going to be like an immediate sellout. There's going to be a restock right before Christmas, and there's going to be another gap until, Chinese New Year and everything ends before we get it in early 2020 or whatever, the following year is. So that's my guess, and that's my feeling on this on the topic.
And not only that, but do you think that the manufacturers are artificially keeping stock low,
well,
like Nintendo does with the Game & Watch?
That's exactly what I was gonna add into that, and I know Adam's saying this is due to the pandemic. I believe they're taking a page out of Apple's book. Apple is the kings when it comes to this. Apple will say, we only have X amount of iPhones. You better get your pre-order in now. I'll walk down to my local store. I'll stand in line with 10 people. I'll walk out with an iPhone, and people are waiting 3 weeks for it.
There's not 10 people who want an iPhone. They all want Android. Come on.
I mean, prime example, we all seen this with Apple for years, that people stand in line for launch days. They'll camp out in the New York, store. I really think that they're doing this to see what the demand is and to keep PlayStation and Xbox in the news. Because think about it. If you all got your Xboxes and PlayStations on day one without launch titles, are you going to talk about it for the next 6 to 8 weeks? Maybe even because of the pandemic, 6 months till Halo comes out and till another flagship PlayStation game comes out? Are you going to talk about it? Probably not.
I've heard
Just a thought.
I've heard some rumors that they're working on a Halo game
Yes.
for Xbox Series
Oh, yes.
X.
Halo Atari 2600.
So
Fantastic
wait a second.
graphics.
So let me
Fantastic.
just preface this. I just started showing him how he could start seeing things and look for news. So I understand everybody knows about Halo, but this is new to him. So he's learning how to find out the stuff. So that's really good.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, that was the
found
big
it out
surprise
on-
of this console launch was the fact that Halo got kicked back and everything. It was supposed to be
Yes.
that big Xbox launch title,
Right.
and now it's not on there. And I mean, both Xbox and PlayStation. Like, I'm looking at the listing here of like first party titles and everything as far as exclusive launch titles. It's very sparse. Like, I'm not a fanboy of one or the other. Like I said, I've pre-ordered both the PlayStation
Neither am
and
I.
the Xbox.
You know,
I enjoy all the systems for different reasons, but I'm objectively, like, I look at the Xbox Series X like exclusive list versus the PlayStation list, and I'm like, oh, that's hard to look at. Like PlayStation 5, their first party exclusives were the Astro's Playroom, Demon Souls, Spider-Man, Marvel's.
I almost
Spider-Man
bought
Miles
Demon
Morales,
Souls. I almost did.
and then Sackboy. Whereas Xbox had Forza Horizon 4, which is an awesome game. Gears 5, which is
Glad you fixed that. I heard
Essentially,
foursomes. You know, it's like, what?
yeah.
You know-
Gears Tactic, Grounded, and Ori Will of the Wisps. I was like, huh. It really needs a Halo there to like push some console sales.
Yeah, do you guys feel that Halo, being that it changed, the developer, is still really Halo?
you know.
I mean, we won't know until it comes out.
But even the last one was not
Well, like
from
Glenn.
Bungie. It was another manufacturer.
Glenn, let me ask you this: in what context? Because that might help us answer that question. Because from
Well,
the context of the multiplayer or the campaign?
I admit I have an Xbox and an Xbox 360. So that's like the last generation of new generation that I have. Basically for Halo, I had to have it for Halo. Had to have it for Gears of War. Now Halo back then was by Bungie, who was actually an Apple developer back in the day. But now it went to what 343 Studios was after Bungie, I guess. And a lot of people complained that it didn't have the same feel as Halo, like it was different somehow. Just want to know if you guys feel that Halo coming out now is still Halo, or is it the Kathleen Kennedy Halo edition?
Go ahead, Doug.
I mean, to me, it still feels like Halo. Obviously, it feels like there's been a handing off of the baton or the torch. There's been some changes that are noticeable in the game, but the bare bones and the core of it still feel like Halo to me. Where something has felt like it jumped the shark and jumped off the rails was the Call of Duty franchise. Now, obviously, that one notorious for like switching developers in between games. They do it every other year type of thing. That one, I feel like it got super confused and it really lost me as a fan for a while because it started gravitating into like almost a wannabe Halo game. Like when my futuristic Call of Duty guys started having jetpacks and like running off the walls and things like that, I was like, no, this is Halo, but done poorly. Like I want to play Call of Duty. I don't want to play Halo Light. So that one to me kind of lost its way over the years. So this will be the first Call of Duty I pick up in the last, I think, 4 years. So anxious to see if that has changed any.
Well, I've done the same thing because Call of Duty to me is just overplayed, overkilled. But I wanted a really nice, familiar game that I could play on a new console, and that's kind of why I went Call of Duty route for PS5. Not because I'm a huge Call of Duty fan. Modern Warfare was like the bee's knees. I played that with the 360 all the time with friends online. So going to your question about the Halo, I know Daniel likes to play Halo different. Like I would rather go on and play with a bunch of buddies and play it kind of the way I would play Call of Duty, and you just go you go after each other in like almost like a 5-on-5 scenario. I'm not really
little skirmishes.
Yeah, I'm not really into the whole shooting the alien type things as the campaign. He would probably sit there and play the.
No, I want to play online, but.
Oh, you want to? Well, so he's limited a little bit online.
For the PS5. If you wait online for PS5, you can play all online all you want.
Yeah, we're very careful with letting him play online just because of the crazy people.
Could be people
and
like
he
me
gets
out there.
mad.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Hey kid,
But
I got an
if
Atari 2600 for you. You
but
want it?
if friends got it, I wouldn't have a problem with him playing. Like if there's other kids that we knew or other
Right.
adults that we knew, I'd be
Yeah.
okay with it. But there's certain things I still have to protect him from and keep him from
Oh,
with
yeah.
that. But
Yeah, it's a wild west out there in the online world. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
The
I
amount
think
of 13-year-old pubescent boys that have cursed me out. Oh man.
There are people out there. There are people out there buying TVs without checking their refresh rates. I mean, it's crazy.
so
Crazy people out there.
so
Sure.
we got a good question here in the chat room about the GTA. When should we expect the next GTA? I was kind of hoping Sony would put something out like that as a launch title, like a GTA 6 or something.
I mean, you know they're working on it. Obviously,
of
they
course.
take
Or-
their sweet time. But was it like GTA 5 is I think the top selling PlayStation 4 game
Yep.
of all time. So it's obviously in demand. I don't know. Maybe this summer we'll probably see it. If I had to guess, this whatever version of E3 we get, whether it's digital, physical, real world, surely we'll see something by then because we're due for a nice one. And I hope they take their time. I want to see them develop it like from the ground up with this new hardware. I don't want to see it to be like we started developing this for the PlayStation 4 and
Overscan.
the Xbox, and then we just kind of upscaled it a little bit and threw it out there, and now we're charging $80.
Or they could just make a special edition with GTA in the PlayStation 5, maybe to be like limited time only.
I think people are ready
I
though
think.
for a new one.
Yeah, I think they need to contact us. We need the Retro Buzz guys and Grand Theft Auto. That would be awesome. Come on, guys, hit up Sony. You need Doug, Cool Toy. You need Tech Buzz, and you need me in this new Grand Theft Auto or the new Halo. Heck, I'd be great in that game.
Hey, it'd be a lot better.
I don't mind getting rifles smashed. You know, that's fine. I don't have to. I don't need to be a hero. I could be a non-playable character. It gets ran over. I'm fine with that.
I'll be just like in Fortnite, hiding in the corner like this until like the second guy left, and they finally find me cowering in the corner.
I'll
somewhere.
tell you. I'll tell you. There is one game that I hope they make, and I kind of fell in love with this on well, actually, it's 2 games. I fell in love with this since the PlayStation 3. And the first one is Uncharted. They need to do a complete Naughty Dog needs to do a complete rewrite of that, not just upscale it, upport it, whatever, and come out with a collection. I want to see that, and I also want to see a new Battlefield. Battlefield has become my new jam compared to
Call of Duty?
I played that.
absolutely.
man.
Like I love the campaign with
They
that.
play two different styles. Like aesthetically, Battlefield is such more visually
More
impressive
realistic.
game.
Oh,
I always
God,
struggle
guys, you
because
gotta
like
be kidding me.
no,
What?
I love those games. Yeah, like,
Battlefield Earth was with John Travolta was horrible. That was like the worst movie of all time. Like
swing
2
and a miss.
people
Glenn.
saw it.
Swing and a miss.
Man, you guys are killing me.
I played Battlefield in virtual reality.
Oh no, you played
Nice.
Call of Duty.
Oh.
No, that was no, the Battlefield on
Oh no, I'm talking about Battlefield 4, like on PlayStation 4. You know how you go through, like it's all like Call of Duty kind of. Yeah, not that other battle.
Only
He's
better.
talking about this tank
Yeah.
game that he plays in virtual reality on PS.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also called.
Sounds cool
Battlefield.
though.
Yeah. It's not
You
the
would
same,
like it
yeah.
because it reminds me of tanks from the Atari.
The problem. Well,
There
no,
you
the
go.
problem is I don't need virtual reality. I'm there.
You're in
I mean,
it.
I'm on the grid. I'm here. I'm on the other side of the system right now.
No, you're not.
So Mike Hawk
Mm-hmm.
says here, GTA 6 will be GTA 5 in-app purchase, kind of like what you were saying, Daniel. Like maybe they'll have a special edition that comes out. They're afraid to lose. They're afraid to lose their install base while the money train is still rolling. And I was going to say this to you guys: if you're out there and you have a PS4 and you're getting a PS5, buy the hard copy of the game for the PS4 because you'll get a
Get that
free
free upgrade for a lot of these games. Yeah.
digital
Nice.
update. Yeah, so we did that with the Miles. We got it for PS4, even though we were getting the PS5.
But
we
then
did-
they had a free upgrade
Yep.
for the PS5, and we're like, what the heck?
So
Just
you get
do
the
it.
digital and you get the physical copy.
Yep.
And-
Which is smart thinking. That's something
Yeah.
they didn't do in the past. It was like, you just put in your PS3 games in your PS4 and called it good and hope for the best. I like to see that they're, giving somebody some incentives to upgrade or trade in later. They don't feel like, hey, we got to get you, by the hook now. You got to spend $500 on this console, and everything you own is now obsolete. I'm glad that they're kind of sugarcoating things and giving people these free upgrades, because that's truly how you keep your customers happy, and you don't alienate the existing customers overnight with a new console release.
It would be funny if they just made, like, for the next Sony consoles, if they make it, that they would just make add-ons for, like, oh, now you could do an add-on for PS5 instead of buying it or stuff.
So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick commercial break here in a second, because we want to talk to you a little bit about our buddy Angel, who runs a marquee business. He's doing a lot of different things like that. And I haven't put these products on yet, so I want to show you guys something. So he sent me out this graphic to put on my Miss Pac-Man cabinet from Arcade 1-Up. Yeah, and this is a better vinyl than what's being used on. If you want to use the existing marquee that comes with the Arcade 1-Up, he can get you this vinyl. You take the old one off, it just peels off, and you put this new one on. But I want to kind of show you, if you guys haven't seen it, if you've been on the fence and you're just kind of like, I don't know, if it's something I should do. This is the marquee that he made for the Miss Pac-Man machine. It's got the pink trim around it. And thanks, Daniel. Set that down. I dropped over that, but I want to show that. And then on the back, you can see it uses a window, but it's very thin. Some of the guys that are doing this are using clear Lexan and things like that. So this is very light. It's something you can put on your Arcade 1-Up, and then he just sends you out a simple LED light that you stick on.
Which I picked up for him.
Yeah, I just dropped it. It has a little L bracket.
You're lucky it's not fragile.
And he also sends out a bunch of different adapters so you can have it turn on. Like, I have smart outlets.
With Google.
So yeah, that'll turn it on and turn it off. But some of you guys aren't doing that. So Angel includes, and for a little bit of an upcharge, a way that you can turn off the actual marquee with your arcade. And if you're interested in checking it out, here's some information and some of the other things.
We're very familiar with Angel stuff.
So again, we really appreciate Angel and all his support here for us here with the Retro Buzz. And so if you're looking for a marquee, make sure you check out Angel. And I want to let you guys know about this tournament. If you want to win $1,000, you can get over. Doug and I will be hosting a Stream Geek Summit Retro Esports Tournament for the 40th anniversary of Pac-Man. And this is going to be on December 11th. It's a Friday, so right before the Retro Buzz at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. And the registration fee is $10, but you can win $1,000 if you can withstand the timed 15-minute Pac-Man tournament. So you have to be able to, capture it and bring it into Zoom, because that's how everything's going to be done. So if you're running it on your PC, that's fine. But if you think you can beat some of the best Pac-Man players in the world, you definitely want to come out. Look it up. I don't have a link handy for you guys. I'm going to have to get it. But if you look up Stream Geeks, all one word, and you can go to that website I think it's streamgeeks.com, and you can find out about that. Doug, I'm kind of looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. What happened?
Yeah,
It's a great piece of cake.
Uh-oh.
So about the
MCP, are you a pro Pac-Man player? MCP?
I'm not personally, but Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man live right down the street from me, a nice, cozy little pack house. So I could beat that easy.
even though
What would you do with $1,000, MCP?
Oh, I tell you right now, I told you, I gotta pay for that electricity, man. These old hard drives of mine, they use a lot of power. I'm good 12 volts, not no 5 volts, not those sissy 5 volts. 12 volts.
even though you get the waste the $10, you get $1,000 to pay back.
Well, you're not really wasted $10.
No, it's an entry fee.
Yeah, it's an entry fee. It's for anything.
Well, no, really, it's kind of just wasting.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
So
is.
Steven
I mean,
C.
if you're terrible at Pac-Man, yeah, it's a waste.
Yeah,
But if
that's a
you're
waste.
decent at Pac-Man, it's an
I'm
investment,
terrible
yeah.
at Pac-Man too, so
Steven C wants to know, does Angel ship to Canada? I believe he does. He's usually in the chat room, so I'll wait for him. He texted me a little bit ago. So Angel, buddy, if you're watching, let me know. Send me a message if you're not in the chat room. Send a message, and I'll answer that question for the gentleman that wants to know, Steven C. If you ship to Canada. I believe he does. So you can get in touch with him on Facebook. Really good dude. Lawnmower Man is back, they're saying.
Oh no.
Very close, very close.
Uh-oh. He's still got the
Question
voice.
for the audience, since we're talking about the PlayStation and the Xbox still, is what version did everybody get? Like, obviously everybody on
yes.
this panel, we're all physical guys. We love the digital disc version, but obviously we're a little bit biased of physical media. What did you guys get? If you got an Xbox or a PlayStation 5, did you go with the digital version or did you go with the actual physical disc versions?
I've actually seen some people who bought both. I'm perplexed as to why they bought like the Xbox, both of them. And I'm not sure why they did that. Yeah, I've seen it, and I'm like, oh.
Unless they're giving it away,
maybe one for one room. Maybe the digital for the bedroom, but the physical media in their living room, maybe?
Well,
I don't know.
Let's talk about that for a second, because I don't know if you guys saw, but you can remote control. All of a sudden, this feature popped up on my PS4.
Cloud gaming, yeah.
That I can remotely control my PS5. Like if I decide I want to take it upstairs in the living room, I can control it from down here on my PS4 like I did with the Vita.
What?
Yep.
So it's like having having it in two different rooms. So what's the matter, Xbox? You can't do that?
Oh, burn!
I mean, technically they can. I mean, Xbox, like you can go to a Starbucks and then log into the cloud gaming service and like play an Xbox off
play
like
Call
your
of
phone.
Duty. Play Call of Duty.
Yeah. Like through your phone, sitting over.
I know. I'm just starting a war.
Connection at a,
Doug, I'm starting a war here.
Sorry,
I'm trying.
I'm sorry.
I'm sitting here with the PlayStation.
I stepped in.
The song.
I wanted everybody in the chat room to go, yes, you can.
You're gonna start.
That's the cool thing, though. That's the cool thing. These machines let you do that. But again, it's as long as these servers are running. So what happens in the future? That's what kills me. But it's good. It's a really good feature to have to be able to do that room to room. But like anything else, one day that server gets shut down, and then so much of that feature doesn't really matter.
That's a good point. Well, and
we kind of have.
I noticed too when we put it in. Daniel will tell you when we put in the Miles Morales PS4 disc. So let's say you decide, okay, now I've got my PS5. I've got. And this might be true with Xbox. I don't know if they're doing the upgrade thing too, but think about this. So I don't want it to sound one-sided. They tell you have to keep the PS4 disc and you have to insert it into your PS5 every time you want to play that free download, or it won't work.
Because then it will just mess up the system.
You won't be able to. You can't just take your PS4 Miles Morales disc, sell it back.
It's a lock and key.
Right.
Yeah, they don't want you doing that kind of thing. They want you to still have a connection. That way they can verify that you're not. Who
thinks like that?
It's
Who
stupid.
thinks that anyone would ever? Who would ever do such a thing? What makes them think of these horrible things that we would do? I don't get it.
It's stupid.
You say horrible. I say convenient.
I say
well,
stupid.
I don't mind putting a disc in because you have to put the disc in anyway. So Angel says, I am able to ship to Canada, but I can't honor free shipping because the cost of shipping is outrageous. So there you go.
Yeah.
So if you're willing to do that, he's willing to get it out to you if you're willing to pay the shipping. So,
man, I feel our Canadian brothers always get the shaft. I feel sorry for my Canadian brothers.
Yeah.
They always get the shaft.
Well, and so that's
I do until I go to the hospital, or if I have to go to the doctor, then I don't. Then I'm like, you know what?
Kudos.
Yeah, it evens out in some way, shape, or form.
So, Doug, did you get the? I know you got the PlayStation physical. Did you also do that with the Xbox? You got the physical.
Yeah, I got the physical.
I
did see today in Best Buy, like they had like the prototype demo units or whatever are both sitting side by side, and that was the first time I actually got to see the scale of them. That Series S, the all digital version of the Xbox, it is very small. It is small. I mean, it reminded me of like a PlayStation 2. Like that was the scale and size of it. Just looking at it, I was like, holy cow, this thing is, pretty tiny compared to everything else we've got from Xbox in years past. I mean, I remember when the Xbox Power Brick was like, the size of a brick.
Yeah.
Now we're getting a console that does all these amazing, 4K things in a condensed form. So it's awesome to see technology progressing that way. But for me, it's always going to be physical media until it dies. And I have a feeling this is probably going to be the last generation of physical-based console games.
Oh, it's a good thing. I just thought of something too. What's the biggest thing that the Switch did? Right, they have physical media, but it's like little memory cards, and you can get up to huge amounts of storage space, much more than Blu-rays can have on it.
18,000.
I'm actually surprised.
No.
I understand that. I appreciate the rotating, the DVD, Blu-ray players in there because you want to do movies. But I'm really surprised they did offer an SD card slot for game cartridge loading as well, because you could definitely increase the capacity well past multiple discs, number one, and that load time you wouldn't have. So I'm just really surprised that only the Switch in this generation supports cartridges in like an SD card media, but that the PS5 and the Xbox didn't add that as well. It's just it's not as expensive as you used to be for like a 1 terabyte card or a 5 terabyte card, whatever. I'm just shocked, and I wonder why they didn't do something like that.
Well, because they want you to buy a new console, and
yeah,
I do want to.
Because you still have the console. It's just instead of, in addition to that Blu-ray player, loading a game card.
Well, you also have to take into consideration not everybody's as techie as us, so they're not going to know to do that. Like, I mean, I look around even, and people are like, I could play Blu-rays on my PlayStation.
Oh yeah, I remember when the PlayStation 3 came out. I remember going to Best Buy to check out something, and I saw in the corner they had a poster for the Geek Squad, and they were offering services, and they would for $40 they would upgrade your firmware of your PlayStation 3, and I'm like, it does it automatically. But then I got to thinking, I'm like, well, there's people out there that are literally buying the PlayStation 3 because at the time it was the most affordable Blu-ray player. So there's moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas that are trying to be technically savvy buying this newfangled Blu-ray player. And,
so
they may be willing to pay somebody $40 to upgrade the firmware of the PlayStation, even though it technically does it automatically. So I get that, some things are just beyond certain, understandings of casual folk.
Yeah. So P-Dubs has on here new member. So a couple weeks ago I put a join button on the YouTube, and I'll just be honest, I've been very slacked on getting anything to that. So I want to tell you, anybody that's joining that, what I want to do for this, and I don't know, Doug, if you have one, or Glenn, you have one for your channel, but what I want to do for this is I started a video a couple months ago, and I know, Doug, you were saying it was a good idea, where people want to do live video, and people want to do some different techniques with cameras, and want to know how to do what we're doing here. And I thought this, and I have to put it together in this, so the week of Thanksgiving, I'm actually off of work, so I want to spend some time with this, is for members that join the channel, even for I think $1.99 is the base one I have. I'll sit down with you. We'll do a live stream with just we'll do a Zoom hangout or whatever with just the people that are members on a day that works for everybody. And we'll go over different things like what kind of camera you could get. If you have a budget for $200, how can I get, this? If that's appealing to you, you want to join as a member on the channel. So that's what that's going to be for. It's not going to be, I mean, I think you get some funky looking icons and stuff that put next to your name, so that's cool too. But that's and I have to do the video to explain this. Yeah. So, he has the funky looking. Okay, cool. So I just wanted to put that out there for anybody who's watching this video. I haven't really promoted it because I haven't really gotten that far, but since he joined, I did want to kind of put that out there. So you are going to get some kind of value for it. And I know guys that charge hundreds of dollars an hour to talk to somebody about how to set up video to do live streams.
$2 a month for a private lesson, learn how to live stream and, you know, create better content. I mean, it sounds like a deal to me.
Well, that's a good idea. $2 for private lessons, huh?
So I
Oh.
figured it's some way I can get back to the community. Uh-oh, you better run, Doug. Yeah,
you better go,
we
Doug.
want to see this.
Go.
You better run, Dougie, run. That's worth getting up in the middle of the show because he's been waiting for the PS4. But Glenn, yeah, that was something I wanted to do to give back to the community for the support, for subscribing to the channel.
Yep.
A way that
you got me off my 190 but 190 webcam. You know?
Oh yeah. We just
so all this is because of stuff that I've learned from the retro buzz, the tech buzz.
Thank you. Also, it looks like Complete Geek TV signed up as a new member as well. And again, guys, it's just a way that I can give back with capture cards. I know not everybody's understanding about there. Glenn made a joke earlier about some refresh rates and things like that. Those are things that people need to know. So those are things we can go over. And just with video, I use so many monitors in here. Lighting, just different ways that you can do that on a budget without spending hundreds of thousands of dollars and still have good quality. And you know, I'd love to bring the guys from Complete Geek TV in on some of those, as well as Doug, because they all have video backgrounds. Their guys are making amazing content. So it's a way that I can use some of my skills to help you guys if you want to get into that. So while we're waiting for Doug to get back here, Glenn,
it's got to be it. He's unboxing that thing right now. You know.
Well, I was gonna say to you,
he's not coming back. He ain't coming back.
Are you gonna actually?
He's playing it.
I know you said you haven't bought a PlayStation in a while. Are you actually contemplating maybe possibly to buy one of these new consoles, or is it just no?
Nope. The last console I got was a 360, and I actually bought that for Cole. And in typical fashion, I bought it for him, and it's been mostly in the box. So I bought Halo and played it. I really don't have any desire for these new games. And to be quite honest, there are literally tens of thousands of classic games on the older systems that I'm fine with. The new system, people enjoy it, and the graphics look fantastic, and there's some really good games out there. But there's like 6,000 buttons on the controllers, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm dead before I move. So that's for you youngins. I just need my big red button and maybe 2 red buttons.
You were right,
and I'm good.
Wait, he did take it.
You.
He did take. Thanks to Adam for joining as well.
You.
But look, he took it out of the box real quick. Look at this guy.
Had to.
There it is.
Look at this guy.
Heck yeah!
Look at the size of that box. That's a huge box.
Well, Nathan wasn't lying because it came in an even bigger box from Target, which was
Really.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so yeah. First of all, the PlayStation 5 is huge. This box is huge. The box it came in is twice the size of this and had a couple like little air pillow things. It weighs like 17 pounds for crying out loud. This thing is nuts.
Yeah, Nathan showed the picture. Let me see if I can.
I'm getting an arm pump just picking it up. Like, yeah, working those biceps.
Let me.
Playing video games is exercise.
Hey, you don't even spend. You have to spend money on just using your muscle, your weights.
Spit it out.
You could just use the box. I mean, by itself with nothing in it, it's really so heavy.
There's something you also want to know, and this is courtesy of Nathan too, because I'm gonna bring this up as soon as the web browser starts working with me. If you have, and I'm gonna give him the credit for this because he's the one that told me about that, and I'll give you guys the link. If you have a PS4 and the virtual headset, you cannot use the new PS5 camera with the old PS4 virtual headset. You have to use the old one. Now, here's the thing.
Got some like adapter thing, right?
Yes, you can use the camera on the PS5, but you need an adapter, and Sony's giving them away for free. So all you need is a serial number, and I'm going to post this in the chat, and I'm going to post it in the YouTube chat. And guys, if you're on Facebook and let me see if I can do this here.
I'll copy it over.
Yeah, if you're able to do that, Doug, that would be great. So what we're going to do is we're going to get you this as soon as I get rid of the stupid Facebook. It makes the link so dang long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in here. You guys go there. All you need is a serial number off of your little VR box that you hook it into. No, not on the headset, but on the box. You'll see it. It shows you on that website. And Doug, I'm going to send it to you in a private message on Facebook as well, so that way we don't get any kind of goof ups in this. But this is something I'll even try to put it in the show notes here. But for free,
Rob
take advantage of
Coleman
it.
wants to know if Doug could be let go early tonight so he can hook up his machine. So the fans are looking out for you, Doug.
Mom. Oh, that was the worst growing up as a kid, though. Like when a new console would come out, was like getting it on a school night and then going to school the next day and just sitting there and going, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to learn anything. I just want to go home and play video games.
Yeah. So let me do this.
That's what happens to me.
Hang on a second. So this is a picture from Nathan. This is the box versus I think the GameStop box versus the Target box. Does that about sum it up there, Doug?
The only box that I've ever seen come to my house that's any comparison is when I get Amazon dog food bags, because we get massive dog food bags and they come in a giant box like that. So I'll try to reuse it for somebody's Christmas present, but I don't know what I'm going to put in it.
I got a kick out of that.
5 presents bundled in there.
My Game & Watch came in that box.
So Doug did put the links in there for you guys. So if you are looking to get the if you have the VR set like I did, that was one of the reasons I did buy the VR,
that's cool.
so I could use it on the PS5. You need that adapter. It's free. Take advantage of it. Even if you didn't get the PS5 yet, you don't have to have it. Get the adapter, because I'm sure it's going to be a $20 adapter or maybe even $30.
Eventually.
Yeah. So if you have the VR and you have the PS4, order it. Even if it takes you 6 weeks, 6 months.
Yeah.
This is your PSA. This is your PSA right here. PSA.
Get your order in now, because you don't know if you're going to have to wait 6 months for delivery, and the sooner the better, because you don't want to be waiting on it when you really want to play those PS5 VR games that come out down the road in 2021.
Yeah, so
2021, my God. Ugh.
And feel free, guys, to share that link out. It's not like a custom link. We don't need credits, whatever. But make sure that if you know people that have a VR and they're getting a PS5, Bobby Vu, he's in the chat room. Take that link, dude. Put it in your group on the Arcade Brigade. Get it out there. Let's get this out in the community. Dubs, I know you're doing a show tonight. Feel free to put that as a public service announcement to your viewers as well, because, I'd hate to see people miss out and have to pay $20 for a stupid adapter, or even $30, and then you got to pay shipping on top of it. Do it on Sony's dime.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's
they have plenty of them.
Plenty of dimes. Yeah, especially after this, right? So I
doing all right.
I almost bought the Xbox Series S the other day only because it was in the store.
Really?
Yeah, there was two of them. Two of them. It was in a Walmart, and I used one of those searchers, and I called them. They're like, "Yeah, we have 2 sitting here. Nobody's bought them." And I'm like,
interesting.
I'm like,
Tuesday morning, I started doing the brick sync thing, and I went to a couple of local Walmarts that had inventory for both, and I showed up, and they go, "Yeah, it's all reserved for our pre-order people. We don't actually have any units for people walking in the door." And I was like, "Okay, it makes sense." I'm like, I'm not upset, but I'm upset.
Well, I watched it at GameStop. I went in there to pick up a game, and people were walking out with their PS5s, but they had none extra. And this is what the guy said at the counter. Mm-hmm. If we do have an extra or a last-minute cancellation, one of us is taking it home. We're buying it.
Yeah. Which I am okay with. Like, I've seen so many people griping about, like, oh my God, all the GameStop people are going to buy all the consoles. Let them.
Yeah.
That is one of the most respected. That's a retail job where it sounds cool, but in reality, you get paid crap. You deal with a bunch of snotty people. Just no. If you grind through an entire year of working,
Doug?
No, I'm not, because I've worked in retail. I know what it's like.
No, Glenn.
If someone tells me some bad news, I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I turn around and walk out. But if somebody grinded through an entire year of working through GameStop, and their only reward is the fact that they finally get to buy a console with their own money, let them have it. They earned it.
So Leah took advantage of this. This is good. This is why we brought it up. This is why we wanted you to know this. She said, "Hey, thank you. We just had the PS5 for my son on order and the VR, and she got it at Kohl's.
Nice.
And she got $50 Kohl's bucks back, which what a heck of a deal.
Nice.
Yeah, so Leah, open it up. If it's going to be a birthday present, open it up, and there's a box inside of it. It's a little black box that you hook the HDMIs to it. On the back of that, there is a serial number. Those are the numbers that you need. It's not on the headset. It's not on the box. Unfortunately, you're going to have to physically open it. It's a little black box that the cables plug into. You'll see HDMI ports on the front and on the back. So that's what you need for the numbers on
Hey,
that.
Glenn, your son has a store named after him. Cool.
He does. He does. He's
Ah.
rich. I got nothing. He's got all the money. I got nothing.
Yeah.
What, does he work there?
No, he's the president. Presidents don't work. Presidents just take the cash in and live on an island somewhere.
So, Glenn, has Cole shown any interest for the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X, these new generations, or is he happy? He's happy doing what he's doing on his
Fortnite,
What?
Minecraft, and that one now where they're trying to find like someone
Roblox.
who's not. No, these guys run around and someone's like not the same
Among
as the
Us.
other guys.
Oh,
Among
Among
Us.
Us.
That's the new
Oh,
one. Yeah, that's the new one.
That's
Samantha
I love
likes
it.
it. Samantha
I
likes
do
it.
do too.
Patton plays this other game where you all run around and try and get to the finish line before somebody else.
Fall Guys.
There you go. See, you guys know all this stuff. See, I am like got
What about-
nothing here.
What about Rocket League?
Oh, we like Rocket League.
Yeah, that's fun.
Mhm.
So
Is that the squirrel?
no,
Oh
it's,
no, the raccoon. The raccoon. Yes, raccoon. Okay.
sure,
No.
we'll go with that.
No.
We'll go with that. We got to wrap this up here anyways, but before we do that, we'll let P-Dubs have the last comment here on here. He said, the reason I started commenting late in the show is I was still recovering from the seizure I had earlier from Glenn's background.
That's true. It looks like an anime or like an old like GoBots episode or whatever when like the
Oh,
robots
yeah.
come flashing onto the screen. They do this.
See,
No.
see,
Yeah.
that's
No.
how you know he knows about toy products. If he can bring up and remember GoBots,
No.
that shows you what Doug knows. GoBots.
No.
Who was first, by the way, before Transformers?
That
True.
looks his Zordon face looks like someone from Avatar.
Oh, I could be from Power Rangers. That first show. Wasn't that
Zordon,
that guy?
that's what he was saying.
Yeah,
Hey,
Zordon.
So,
People,
Zordon's in
hey,
every
I'm
show.
here to tell you to stop those people.
oh,
Go
there,
get them now.
you're going to have to hold it up.
Let's do
There
it.
it is. There he
Oh,
is.
he's got it. Oh my lord.
You seem shocked. I don't know why you seem shocked that I would have
That
that.
one I actually am shocked, but cool.
I got
Kudos.
Power Rangers curtains behind me, but yeah, this came out like a couple of months ago, and I was actually excited because it's the only time they've released a floating head.
Okay, so get a screenshot, people.
Well, he's
the
got to get,
floating
wait a
head?
second.
Oh,
He's
wait.
got to get, P-Dub
Yeah,
says,
I'll do it
okay,
later.
fellas, got to get down the brass tacks. Glenn, how is the online dating going? Did you show any of them ladies the arcade collection yet?
No, unfortunately, none of the ladies have seen my arcade
Joystick?
collection.
Your beautiful
Yeah.
arcade.
Yeah, none of my joysticks. Nope, haven't seen them.
Well, it's a shame, but I guess we'll find out more as the weeks come on because Glenn has taken a hiatus from his online dating. He still has to buy a washer, but he did manage to go
Oh,
out
yeah, oh,
today and get
God.
one of these,
Yeah.
but he
he's
hasn't
gonna
bought a
get
washer. So we see the priorities.
Priorities.
Wait. You
Yeah.
do
Look,
know
I-
that you should have just got the washer with the Game & Watch, but
You know what? You're right.
didn't.
When I went to Best Buy, they should have given me a free washing machine with every Game & Watch I purchased.
How did I know that was
They're
coming?
the priorities.
Yep.
Total
Yep.
priorities here.
Just bundle them in there.
There you go. Don't give him any ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Douglas Smith, Mr. Cool Toy himself. I'm
Yep.
sure he's going to have a ton of more videos, unboxings coming up here. Not-
I got plenty of stuff to play with this weekend.
I got 3 videos in the queue too, man. I know how it is. It's not. I'm
Weird.
getting over it. But anyways, check him out. YouTube.com/CoolToy. And also, we've got Zordon back here.
No,
Thank you
Glenn's
for having me
on.
on, guys. I'm not sure how we'll get Glenn back, but we don't want him here anymore, actually. So we'll find some way to get
I
get
heard.
him out of here.
I heard you're the star of the new video. Everybody needs to go check it out on YouTube.com/GPlanamento. I heard you've got your break in Hollywood.
Well, when Negan comes around, it's very hard when he's going to threaten to smash your console, since that's where we're all living. So, yeah, I'm in it. If anyone wants to see the Unico Neo Geo review with Negan and myself and that nerd Glenn, well, it's up there.
Well, make sure you guys go check that out. And also, you could go, if you want to follow Daniel, go ahead.
Follow me at Dan's Arcade. on Instagram.
And you're doing some cameos in some of the videos that we're doing.
Yeah,
You're jumping in, getting his feet wet.
I'm building my YouTube channel, but I don't even have a YouTube.
Well,
channel.
we'll get you there.
Dan's Arcade is probably gonna be my YouTube channel name.
And I'm working on right now. I have a video coming up. I don't know if you saw it on Instagram, but I took a picture of a microphone that a company asked me to review, and when I opened it up, I was like, "You've got to be kidding me." Because this thing just looks so fragile, and it's like, this is going to sound like you're talking out of a tin can. I plugged it in USB.
Glenn, he'll love it.
Honest to God, Glenn, you should get this microphone. You plugged it in USB, and oh my goodness, the quality of it was that it beat out one of my $250 microphones. I couldn't believe it. Now, you don't want to get this microphone if you're going to set it on a desk and kids are going to knock it off because it's plastic. It could break. But the quality of it, I'm going to let you guys listen to it. It'll be coming in a video in the next week, so make sure you look for it. I was floored. I honestly have to say, guys, I was floored by the quality of it. And I think if you're wanting to do YouTube videos, you want to do broadcasting, podcasting, it's not a bad microphone to start out with. Is it going to be something like this? No. But you don't need something like this. So check it out. Under $30, I think it's $27.99 on YouTube, or excuse me, on Amazon. Just look for it. You'll like it. It's a good microphone for what it is. So that's something I've got coming up.
Wait,
I think you'll enjoy.
Recording?
So, guys, we're gonna let go because there's some PlayStation 5s that got to be played, and we got to eat some dinner, and yeah. So
Doug's gotta play. Doug's gotta play.
yes, mine's hooked
And I
up
gotta
too.
watch The Mandalorian.
Wait, it looks
Oh,
like,
and The Mandalorian. Yes.
It looks like the PS5 is done downloading.
Just a bummer you can't play it because you got to go eat. Ah!
Oh.
Hey, after I eat, I can.
We'll see. We'll see you guys next week for more of the Retro Buzz. Take care.